Alright guys, we got a bit of a encore commentary stream here of the replays of Kings of the Old World Qualifier number 1. So Kings of the Old World, the 6 grand tournament for 2022 for Age of Empires 3 DE. We got ciamgyc, I think it is. I don't know, never seen him play before, but he seems pretty good. I think he's a Taiwanese AoE3 and 4 player. He's on Maltese today in the red trunks, and he's up against Aykin, also known as Tit, who's in the blue trunks, also playing Malta. I believe this is game 1 in the series. No, game 2 perhaps? I'm not sure. Can't remember now. I've got the VOD labelled as game number 1. Anyway, kicking off, our players not actually using the spectator mod at the moment. Bit of a shame I can't really see what eco techs they're going to be going for. Unless I actually catch them taking it. Like, we've got hunting dogs now for Aykin. And ciamgyc just adding his market now. I thought it was Chinese, but is that French? Oh no, sorry, I think Aykin. I think Tit's got the French replay text. Sorry? Oh, here we go, they are playing with the mod. Just takes a minute to kick in. So you got Settler with hunting dogs. Well, I believe ciamgyc. At the moment, doesn't look to be going for any eco techs. So he's probably going to add them behind his age up because he hasn't actually found the treasures that he wants to get hunting dogs. So 3 villagers being shipped for him, while Aykin also having shipped 3 villagers slightly earlier. But ciamgyc has fitted in a trading post here of Aykin. Aykin will be powering to that age up. He's 300 food ahead on that front because his opponent has stopped to gather the wood for the trading post. Looks like Aykin able to steal the 45 gold treasure back off ciamgyc. AoE 4 suck is his name. Mark Antonio Sondradari. Man, I'm loving these explorers' names. They're so fun to pronounce as an anglophone. Not. But no hate though. Everyone's got cool names. Backgrounds are cool. Anyway, Quartermaster on the way. Aykin, ciamgyc. Can also be adding Quartermaster. So 50 gold for ciamgyc now. And he's going to get Gang Saw on the way. Gang. While Aykin. For now, no eco techs on the way just yet. Other than the hunting dogs he's already taken. So Aykin bringing his settlers forward. Does he want to put a barracks and a tower in front of his opponent's trading post here? Ballsy right now. Aykin just waiting on that age up. ciamgyc's marginally slower, aging up at 16 vils rather than 15. So we've got a hospital on the way for Aykin. ciamgyc, his age up still on the way, and he's going for German tongue, so he's going to be able to get a commandery wagon and some free settler wagons to be able to start producing them, but I think he'll be mostly needing the commandery to make Hussar, considering there's an early double hospital rush right here, right now on his doorstep. And so ciamgyc, well aware that it's coming. But sparing no time to add sentinels. ciamgyc just has that gang saw, adding his own hospital back at home. So more sentinels on the way, while the commandery finishing up those settler wagons, gone straight to work for ciamgyc, but sit behind this. Going to be getting plenty of coin, so we can look at pumping it into more and more of these sentinels just to overwhelm his opponent. ciamgyc going to be adding some bowmen here, some crossbowmen, sorry. He's going to need to be able to keep gathering through this. Quick garrison there from him. And he's got the explorer hard at work there. Sentinels, reasonable melee damage as well. The explorer falling pretty quickly. Bunch of crossbows now shipped by ciamgyc, and he's going to go on the defense and turn it into an offense there, picking off quite a few sentinels of his opponent, trying to make use of the militiamen before they start really trickling too much health. But he hasn't actually opted to start training anything out of the commandery just yet, considering he can make either hussar or settler wagons at the moment. Really powerful for him, but he needs a lot of food at the moment. There we go. So the food eco starting back up for ciamgyc. And he's actually, for now, going to start chipping away at one of the hospitals of Aykin, who he was using to try and heal up the sentinel ball that he's got. A bunch of crossbows. Aykin's being added now, and he, at the moment, he's just got another shipment, so he can look at sending Hanover allies. Or what is he going to look at shipping here? Just going to get large chests of coin and just keep going for his own crossbowmen. So ciamgyc has been pushed into going onto 2 hospital double crossbow production himself. So we're seeing a pretty aggressive Malta v Malta, while Aykin taking the central trading post, and he looks to be taking one of these outer ones to sort of equalize things, because he was never able to actually put the pressure on ciamgyc. He's been looking at taking fights inside his base. I think as he's going to move out onto it, ciamgyc's now here to greet him. Explorer being picked off again. But ciamgyc, I think, has a slightly bigger crossbow count at 19. Or Aykin, he's got 11 and he's got 14 sentinels. So even though he's got the infantry advantage, he's actually got a slight disadvantage in the overall inf comp 1-to-1.
Ready.
So he's able to pick off the explorer, and he's still got his own more sentinels in production. Aykin, ciamgyc hasn't actually really started worrying about hussar. He's actually shipping pikes and still producing crossbows. Aykin, not sure what he's looked at shipping. Oh, that's right, he shipped the coin behind this, but I don't know what he's going to look at shipping next. His bait might have worked out well for him. He's picked off a Vil too, and now ciamgyc sort of over-rallied here, and now he's going to lose a lot of his forces to Aykin's engagement. This is really rough for ciamgyc, but he's now got pikes in the mix, and the sentinels can't just chase the crossbowmen as easily as they once did. There is plenty of crossbows here to thin them out really quickly. And Aykin, 85 pop. ciamgyc, 46, 23 Vils to him to 25 for Aykin, so he's not really got much of a fighting force left now. He's up to down to 10 crossbows. Well, Aykin is actually pulling ahead on that front and has the 16 sentinels to the 3 pikemen now. So I think aykin's really starting to pull ahead in the army count here. So aykin, more sentinels on the way. ciamgyc shipping Wignacourt. I think aykin just shipped a bunch of crossbows behind this. Yeah, he's got his 8 crossbows. So, automatic repair being enabled, then disabled straight away pretty much. Because now ciamgyc going to try and snipe the hospitals. But while this is going on, aykin's sniping the eco. He's picked off 2 villages and a settler wagon, so effectively 3 villages there. And ciamgyc has really only been able to produce the 1 settler wagon so far. Well, that was, I mean, really only gotten the ones he got with the card initially. He hasn't actually made any of the additional 4 that he can. So aykin has been really effective harass for him. And a nice concave on ciamgyc's infantry at the moment. ciamgyc going on the chase, going to try and get a pick off or 2 of his own here. But aykin eager to keep engaging his opponent here. And he's really starting to pull ahead here slightly, I think. It's been rough for ciamgyc trying to hold off against this. He's down to 21 vills to the 29 for aykin right now. And his trades just seem to be slightly worse than aykin's at the moment. So aykin's going to be able to take out the trading post with all of his sentinels, while he's just using the crossbows to shield them, because he does have 16 of those. 13 now for ciamgyc, so he can't really stick around and take an engagement. Just having to try and kite range v range, and it's not always working out so well for him. The commandery, a bit of a saving grace. Another crossbow falling there, and now the trading posts go down. It's been rough here for ciamgyc. He's still continuing that crossbow production through all this. And now we got archaic soldier hit points, so crossbowman. aykin going to be that little bit tankier now. Quite a scary card. I mean, he's only got the 14, but he can always look at... Yeah, he's going to start training some more. And ciamgyc doesn't have the same tech at the moment in that regard. So slightly squishier crossbows. It's going to be tough for him to fight, even under his town center at the moment. ciamgyc 24 vills to aykin's 32. And aykin's really denying any gathering of this hunt over here. Or the 2 hunts over here, I think. A bit of idle time there for aykin. At the moment, I think he's content just to sit in commerce, because he knows he's really denying ciamgyc's tend to it, and if ciamgyc tries to tech to it, he'll lose an awful lot of his base for the trouble, at a massive expense. So villager coming to get the treasure. It's just a little bit of extra XP for the multiplayer sitting under his own hospital. In fact, he's just going to leave it up. Doesn't even care. It's just a stray dog. A bit of bonus XP for his opponent to kill. It's not quite, you know, 90 food or 40 wood or something. Something useful, you know. So ciamgyc getting a trip to Jerusalem. A nice 500 wood and coin in the bank for him. But aykin is now going to add German tongue himself, so he can start the settler wagon production. A depot here. But aykin is a little bit cheeky. Gonna try and kill some of the vills, I think. Add a second one as well. So ciamgyc heading up to try and deal with this. aykin going to look at storming his base. Storm and Norman. So it looks like both the depots are going to finish, and Aykin is just going to let them explode. There is one villager there, but it's going to take minuscule damage. But the real thing is that it's bought Aykin a lot of time to try and snipe this commandery over here. And so ciamgyc going to try and engage against a much larger force. Aykin at nearly 140 pop. ciamgyc only at 57 at the moment. And once this commandery goes down, the town centre is pretty vulnerable. So are these hospitals. The gatherers under the TC as well. So ciamgyc trying to take an engagement, but there's a lot of sentinels to shield for his opponent's crossbows. He can't really just A-move so easily, because if he does, he's only killing an anti-cav infantry, while his anti-infantry go down. Aykin, really impressive army size now. Still continuing. Try and muck around with depots in his opponent's base over here. So ciamgyc on the run right now, but I think this may be it. He's losing much of his force to this. He's got to try and gather quite openly there. Well, another depot right next to the hunt there. This time it could be quite critical. Ooh, and there is another deer there. Aykin, there she blows. A lot of splash damage. Not quite able to kill the villagers. In the meanwhile, he's picking off most of ciamgyc's army, and now the vills are really taking a bit of damage, so they're quite susceptible to this run by. And ciamgyc's got nothing to really stop this. Back at home, he can't just produce enough to get himself out of this hole he's now in. Trying to get steel bolts so his crossbows and pavicias are a bit stronger, but GG is the call. Aykin takes the game.